Hey everybody, it is Amanda from the Little Bluebird Gallery, and we're going to paint some cute little pumpkins on this little metal stand here. You guys let me know if you can hear okay, and I hope that I don't have any crazy audio stuff going on this time like I did yesterday when I tried to do this. So I'm looking and I'm thinking that everything is set up like it should be, but if for some reason it's not, please let me know. So let me see here. All right, everything looks good. Great, okay. So what I've got here is just a little, like I said, a little metal, it has a little stand on the back. I got these at Michael's last year, and I saw some this year too in there. They're kind of over where the things that you would use for a table, like a flat lay table setting type thing would be. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use some kind of unconventional colors, and we're going to make a little stack of pumpkins. So you guys can watch along with me. If you have questions, I'll probably have to come back and answer them afterwards because it's kind of hard for me to paint and think and answer questions at the same time. So what we're going to do is use turquoise, coral, and like a yellow ochre to make our pumpkins. And I'm going to use a palette knife. That's my thing, what I like to do. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. And my background, well, first of all, this piece of metal I had to prepare before I started to put my paint down, and I used some clear gesso on it. So it's got a coat of clear gesso before we start putting our actual paint down on it. So I've got my turquoise paint here, and I'm just going to kind of, it's going to be a little bit loud probably. I'm just going to put this down, and I'm not going to cover up all the metal because I want some of that to show through. So I'm just kind of scraping it around everywhere. And acrylic paint dries really quickly, so there's not a whole lot of wait time when you're using acrylics. That's one thing I really like. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 pumpkins. So I've done some little stacks before. You may have seen some of these that I've done before, but I'm going to start with like a cream color, and we're going to have 1 pumpkin here on the bottom. And I'm just not even going to wait for that teal or turquoise to completely dry. I'm just going to start putting this down, and it's going to be 3 stacks of 3 pumpkins in the stack. So this is just giving me the basic shape of it, the first one down here. And you guys, I don't really like orange very much. So most of the time when I paint pumpkins, I choose colors that are not very conventional. So for these, we're going to have this cream color. Then we're going to move to a yellow ochre. This is also showing you how easy it is to use a palette knife and create lots of texture and messiness. I'm going to try to go this way. Okay. I'm going to wipe that off, and then I'm going to dip into my coral, and my little pumpkin at the top is going to be an orangey coral color. Got a little bit of brown in there, but that's okay. I'm going to put some brown in there intentionally in a minute. Anyway, okay. So, there are our 3 shapes. Okay, next I'm going to take white, and this is one of my favorite parts. My white paint looks pretty thick though. I'm not sure how well this is gonna, I may have to get a different white out. Let's just see what happens. So I want to lighten up the front here. Yeah, I need a different paint. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret. When you're painting with fluid acrylics or soft-bodied acrylics, that's what I have here, and then you try to use a really heavy-bodied acrylic on top of it before it dries, it sometimes will not hold the layer of paint that you're trying to lay down. So I'm going to switch to something else that's more fluid, and that works much better. I know you can still see some of that blue, but I don't mind that so much. I'm going to really lighten up this bottom one because acrylic paint dries darker anyway, and this cream color is pretty dark. Okay, so let's do the same thing with this one. Of course, you don't have to have a metal stand to do this on. You can use a canvas or anything that's a rectangular shape like this that will allow you to stack up something like these pumpkins. And I'm going to wipe that off because I got too much yellow on there before I move to this one up here. Okay, and of course you can make yours as messy as you want them to be. So now I'm going to take some of this dark brown, and on this side I'm going to add just a little bit of this. Maybe some little shadows under here, like where the pumpkins are kind of sitting on top of each other. That would work too. I don't know if you guys have tried my free pumpkin painting tutorial, but you can get that over on my Facebook page too. It's up at the top of the page. It's my header, the picture at the top, and it has a link there for you if you want to try that tutorial. It's free. You can add little confetti here and there if you want to. All right, and I'm also going to take my brown and just make some little cut in stripes, just so that it looks like there's a separation there. You don't have to do it everywhere, but just in a few spots would help it look a little more defined and a little bit more realistic. Then we'll take our brown and make our stem at the top. So I'm just going to get a good bit here on my knife and make a line this way. And then pull it up. Depending on what kind of stem you want, you can have a curly one, or you can just have a sort of a square one or a rectangular one, just whatever makes you happy. Okay, and then we'll need to add some white to that too. And maybe we'll add, let's just add a little bit of this yellow ochre down here, kind of like some hay or something that it's sitting on. We'll go this way, and then we can go this way with it. And then we'll add some brown in there. And then we can add some white. And of course, if you would like to, you can just write a little word right here. So let me grab a good liner brush. Good liner brush has a good sharp tip on it. And I'm going to use some white paint. And we'll just maybe about right here, we can write out the word fall. Although it doesn't feel like fall at all in Florida right now. It's still hot. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little bit of some splatters. So I'm going to take a fan brush and some water, and I'm going to dip it in my white paint. And then I'm just going to hit the handle of this and make some little splatters. Got to get it watery enough though. See how easy that was? So now I can use this as some decoration in my own house. It has a little stand on the back. You can just stand it up and it's ready to go. And these come in different sizes. The ones that I found, here's the package. It's called tablescaping. And there were 6 of these in a pack. And then there were some bigger ones too. So you can buy them in at least 2 different sizes. I'm not sure how many. But this is the kind of stuff that we do over in my creative community, which is my online painting group. We paint with palette knives, and we also paint and make mixed media pieces. So if you're interested in joining us, of course it's open right now and you can come on in. I've put a link in the description box up there to my website, and the pictures that pop up when you go to the website will show you what to do. So I have my creative community open now. I also have a business group for introverted artists, but it's not open right now. It's closed. We're working on getting everything all fixed up and looking pretty in there. And I've got some members, new members, founding members who are helping me to get that all set up for everybody. So you can get on the wait list there if you're interested in that also. And it's just for artists who may be a little more introverted, a little more laid back and not so into hustling and just being able to make a living, make a business out of your artwork using the online space and not become overwhelmed. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if this is something that you're interested in learning more about and doing, then come on over to our creative community and join us. And we would love to have some new artists in our group. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.